We help make secure financial tomorrows a reality for over 19 million people.
My promotion allowed me to start investing for my retirement. Transamerica made it easy.
Everyone has a moment when tomorrow becomes real. Transamerica. Transform tomorrow.
Mom had threatened for years that if I didn't find a good girl and settle down, that she was going to take out a billboard. So thank you, eHarmony. Help me find my wife without a billboard.
Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
How much money do you have in your pocket right now?
I have $40.
21? Could something that small make an impact on something as big as your retirement?
No.
Well, if you start putting that money towards your retirement and let it grow over time, for 20, 30 years, that retirement challenge might not seem so big after all.
The hour, Israel's prime minister is not backing down from criticism over his planned trip to address Congress next month. Benjamin Netanyahu says, similar to his trip last month to Paris, he's going just as prime minister, but a speaker for Jews around the world to warn of a nuclear deal with Iran. But criticism is growing about the speech, which takes place 2 weeks before Israeli elections. Vice President Joe Biden is among the latest Democrats who will not attend the speech. His office says he will be out of the country. Others skipping the address include President Obama, Secretary of State John Kerry, and Congressman James Clyburn, the number 3 Democrat.
How do you think? What political impact of this? What do you think?
I think there's a chance it won't happen.
You think Netanyahu may not come?
I think there's a chance to look for a way to get out of it now.
What are you saying?
Well, because I think he's starting to get a lot of blowback at home. You saw Michael Oren, the former U.S. ambassador from Israel, suggest he had to try to find a way to get out of it. No matter what people in Israel think about President Obama and the relationship, everyone in Israel recognizes that having a good relationship with the United States is crucial to Israel's security. Yeah. And so in the middle of that political campaign, there's now in Israel criticism of Prime Minister Netanyahu for jeopardizing the relationship, and that's what was seen as, for a little while, as kind of a political play to look good. Right now, having blowback for him, I think there's a lot of pressure on all sides to try to...
Nicole, I'm going to ask you first, well, I'm going to ask you in a second what you think about Netanyahu coming. But the first thing I want to ask is, what would you have thought if in January of 2007, Nancy Pelosi, newly sworn in with a new Democratic majority, had invited, let's say, Vladimir Putin over to the United States to speak to the House of Representatives without talking to President Bush?
Nancy Pelosi did a lot of things without talking to President Bush. You know, she was a vocal advocate against the war in Iraq. She didn't support funding for the troops. I mean, she was a public adversary, and she didn't ask George W. Bush's approval or permission or even give him a heads up on many important steps on foreign policy.
So is bringing a foreign...